Same thing for men.
It, ladies, if it were the other way around and Will got busted? Or are we just not ready to have that conversation at all?
They're not ready.
And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that.
I think there's another video that I want to play. There's another lady, for you young ladies. There's another person that I think you should follow, okay? That I think is good. Her name is Chloe _ on YouTube, right? I'm gonna play this video, right? And then we'll take it from there, right? Because I think it's a fantastic video of her talking about this whole Will Smith thing. And she had one of the most balanced opinions about it as well. Everything else that I've seen is just, yeah, you gotta be careful what kind of people you listen to. It's not about Will Smith and Jada, it's about your outlook on life. It's about your perspective, your mindset on life. If you're just always thinking negative, you will attract more negative, right? In results. When it comes to a romantic relationship, I'm not talking about a law of attraction when it comes to your bank account. That's not what I'm talking about. In romantic relationships, the energy you bring to the table, especially if you're the man, it will be multiplied by the chaotic feminine energy of Mother Nature. You control that indirectly or directly, but if you're not aware, it's just going to be complete chaos everywhere, right? So let me go ahead and play this video, and then we'll take it from there. Let's see.
A lot of women are talking about Will protecting Jada's honor, but did his wife, Jada, protect her husband's masculinity?
Did the wife protect the husband's masculinity? This is for you ladies. That is a real thing, okay? I can speak, I was talking to my wife earlier today, and naturally, see, this is what I expect from a woman. She went into the empath mode and wanted to defend Will Smith. A lot of men get surprised. Why are you surprised? Again, you haven't taken the time to learn how women operate, right? And then you have to blame yourself for that, okay? But anyway, she naturally, and I reminded her, I said, listen, I've seen you defended me because it looked like a certain narrative was coming off as I'm a weak man. I've seen you multiple times over the last 18 years jump up and defend. That's essentially what it looks like to protect your partner's masculinity. Because again, if they drag your partner, if you drag your husband or your boyfriend, if your family, for some weird reason, maybe you told them something wrong and they decide to drag your partner, you're not gonna like it. It's still not gonna feel right. Even though you were looking for support when you said what you said, it's still not gonna feel right. And some of you have experienced that, and you didn't like the feeling of your partner being dragged, right? Because it's a piece of you that's being dragged. At least it was your choice of a man that was being dragged. And that's something we can hold the Jadas out there accountable for. You have to be aware. It's hard because you're speaking out of your own emotions. You're saying things like entanglement. You're making, like, for example, you're talking about your sex life. Like, you're saying things like, I forgot the exact narrative, right? Yeah, something about you couldn't tell your partner couldn't satisfy you. Anyone who has had any experience in life with any long-term relationship would know that that's a real thing. It's not an indictment on your sexual abilities. It's just something that happens when people have been together for a while. It's kind of like it gets watered down, people get complacent, and then they have to rebuild it, and they have to you ever heard people rekindling their sex life? You never heard that before? Exactly, like one of those, right? That was what she was commenting on. She wasn't exactly trying to drag her husband, but okay, she did. She can also be a little bit more aware that when you do that, people potentially start to look at your man as weak, and if he gets dragged too much, it affects you as well. And that's what Chloe was talking about here.
She got a little too sloppy with her cheating, to the point where she has had to publicly confess to her open marriage agreement for millions around the world to see. And we know we would not like.
So far, I haven't really seen any kind of like solid thing where she confessed, but there's been rumor. It's probably true, who knows, right? But either way, it doesn't matter. They're together right now. They're not in open relationship as of the latest, right now. Maybe they used to be, maybe they lived the Hollywood lifestyle, whatever, right? But that's completely neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with nothing. But she's right. You came out in the public and ladies, be aware that you really don't have to do the woke progressive nonsense, tell everyone my business. You don't have to do that. The internet is vicious. They will drag you, they will punish you for trying to be transparent with them, and their own dirty laundries are worse. Okay, just letting you know that, hey, just because you're transparent or honest or all this shit don't feel entitled. Okay, all right. Same thing for men.
Ladies, if it were the other way around and Will got busted? Or are we just not ready to have that conversation at all?
They're not ready.
I've always said this on my channel, but a marriage is a sacred bond where two become one. And for those of you who are listening, who are married or who are engaged to be married or who plan on being married, a marriage is sacred, is worthy of protection. And when you invite outside...
Marriage is sacred and worthy of protection. Okay? What Will should have been protecting was the marriage. The way he could have protected that marriage was to remain calm, cool, and collected and swallow that hell. In life sometimes, and he did a lot of that, to his credit. For 30 years working in straight line, took a lot of L so he could win. And he's a winner, and he won that night. He's still a winner, by the way, right? So, but he lost. That L was a little bigger than it needed to be because he overreacted, right? That's really the lessons there. And gentlemen, know that you can absolutely lose a lot of credibility for little short-term L's, right? There was this episode that I had on the lead attorney channel that he was like, oh, you lost credibility. I was like, bullshit. That's forgotten. That's gone into the past. You as a man, need to know that you have multiple chances and you're always in control if you want to be in control, simply by not overreacting, simply by not don't assume worst case scenario. Slow down completely from assuming worst case scenario. It doesn't help you, right? All right. So, but she's right that she's also done a poor job of protecting her man's masculinity. But the truth, at the end of the day, like Corey Wayne said, don't count on other people to protect your own masculinity. That's your responsibility to hold on to that frame as many times as you could. Sometimes you're weak. It's okay. Part of being masculine is to acknowledge that and just know that completely going out of your frame and blaming other people, pointing fingers is what weak beta male, that's what they do. That's what they do. You saw it in the manosphere, transpired over the past few weeks. Everybody got out of their frame. People were leaving manosphere. People were charging at each other, doxing each other, threatening each other to come out to the event, to come and whip people's ass and stuff. That's people going out of their frame. In the same community that's supposed to be training men how to be men, right? So you're not going to run from your shadow. No matter if you're pointing fingers, if you're in the habit of always pointing, especially pointing fingers at women, you are running from your shadow. You are not facing reality, and you are going to enjoy the consequences of not facing reality. Okay? You can avoid reality, but you're not going to avoid the consequences, right?
Energies into your...
Yeah, so that's Chloe right there. That's somebody I recommend that has a good balance of what it takes to be a feminine woman in this time, not in 1960, in this time, right? I recommend that to all the women out there, right? So those are there's a few other channels. Tawana is really great at dissecting this stuff too. Check her out, Tawana G, her channel as well. There's a few other people I would recommend, not too many to be honest, so I want to relax and slow down on that. But as I find them, I'll let you know as they come along. Definitely, women, stop spending so much time in the manosphere, because what will happen is you start regurgitating men's talking points and it's false. You're lying to yourself. I appreciate advocating for men, but it's not real. Okay, women and men are different. inherently. Okay, you can't force that. Okay, let's just be honest on that. Okay, I need you to be a woman, and if you have point of contentions, right, I need you to say that out like as real as, so we can actually address it, as opposed to sugarcoating it by repeating our talking point. It doesn't help. It actually makes things worse for us, because the society at large will not give us that kind of grace. We need to make sure we're engaged in our power, and by basically rubbing us down and stroking our egos in the wrong direction will not help. Okay, we want you to be women, okay, and that's what we want you to remain as. Okay, can being a feminine woman be true? Can you be coached to be a feminine woman? Depends, but it's not going to be a one-time event. You learn some talking points. It's something that comes from the inside out. It's probably already in you, but hanging around certain energy can help you pull it out, and hanging around certain other energy, you're wasting energy completely in the wrong direction. Okay, so let's be guarded when it comes to that. Let's see here. I think we have one more main video that I wanted us to react to here. So when people talk about rules and exceptions, and do you want to make rules based on, they think they're the smartest because they bring the data to the table and all that stuff. Basically, we're about to debunk that. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to play this short video for you, and we're about to debunk that all the way. They're full of shit, okay? Because even math and science does not assume that one average makes everything. So let's play that right now really quickly.